Okay, ready. Okay,
I'm ready.
here we go. Welcome to iGuru. I'm Jason Pritchard.
And I'm Jerome. And this is iGuru.
Well, I just said welcome to iGuru. You said it a second time.
Oh, I'm sorry. One moment.
Let's try this again.
Okay.
I'm Jason Pritchard.
And I'm Jerome. And welcome to iGuru.
Okay. Just a moment.
No.
I'll be back. Go ahead.
Okay.
So this is from livescience.com. And so basically what I did is I saw this article when I was doing my research. And there are many articles over this same idea, this title. So China says it may have received signals from aliens, but also scientists have yet to rule out human radio interference as signals source. And this little dish right here is in China. This dish is what detected the signals. And the name of it is Sky Eye. Sky Eye. So this is supposed to take the place of that one in Puerto Rico. You know, the one that we always have seen that became famous.
Was that city or no? Is this something different?
Some dramatic video out of Puerto Rico. It shows one of the world's largest telescopes crashing to the ground. The Arecibo Observatory has played a key role in astronomical discoveries for more than half a century. But this week, wow, the 900-ton receiver platform collapsed after the main cables holding up the structure broke. Nobody was injured. Scientists around the world use that telescope to study distant planets, find hazardous asteroids, and even to hunt for possible signs of extraterrestrial life.
And then this one came into the news as, you know, being the most advanced one, the largest one.
In South Central China, something incredible is being constructed.
我们人类文明的风景。
To see this thing emerging out of the landscape, it's absolutely fantastic.
China is building the largest telescope in the history of mankind. When in operation, FAST will be able to detect radio signals thousands of light years away.
So you see how this is taking over as, you know, the world's, you know, most accurate, largest telescope.
And that's in China.
This is in China, yes. China's Guizhou province. I'm not saying that right, but so China is claiming that its enormous Sky Eye telescope may have picked up trace signals from a distant alien civilization, according to a recently posted and subsequently deleted report by Chinese scientists. And astronomers at Beijing Normal University have discovered several cases of possible technological traces in extraterrestrial civilizations from outside the Earth, according to a report published Tuesday, June 14th in Science and Technology Daily, the official newspaper of China's Ministry of Science and Technology. You think this is fascinating? The signals were picked up by China's 500-meter aperture spherical radio telescope, or FAST, nicknamed Sky Eye, which is the largest radio telescope in the world. So that telescope is the largest radio telescope in the world. Sky Eye was put to work scanning deep space for radio signals that could indicate extraterrestrial life in 2019. Sifting through the data in 2020, the researchers said they spotted two suspicious narrow band, potentially artificial radio signals. Then in 2022, a targeted survey of known exoplanets found another strange narrowband radio signal, bringing the tally up to 3. So at the very beginning, it said like they still have the scientists still have yet to rule out if it's human radio interference, right? Or are they actually detecting signals coming from deep space, from an extraterrestrial civilization? So right here, this is significant right here. So as the signals are narrow band radio waves, typically only used by human aircraft and satellites, they could have been produced by alien technology. However, the scientists say their findings are preliminary and should be taken with caution until the analysis is complete. And this is a quote right here from one of the head scientists at the China Extraterrestrial Civilization Research Group in Beijing Normal University. These are several narrowband electromagnetic signals different from the past, and the team is currently working on future investigation. Okay, and this is also significant right here. Following its publication, the report quickly began to circulate on the Chinese social media network Weibo, as was picked up by a number of other state-run outlets. The reasons behind its sudden deletion are unclear. So this thing was published and then quickly deleted or removed from the social media platform.
Why?
That's up to speculation right there. So the signals aren't the first time that scientists have been baffled by radio waves from deep space. In August 1977, a SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, search performed by the Ohio State University's Big Ear telescope picked up an incredibly strong, a minute-long electromagnetic burst that flared at a frequency scientists suspected could be used by alien civilizations. Upon spotting the signal on a data printout, the scientists working with the telescope that night, Jerry Amin, hastily scribbled "wow." So you remember that one? That "wow" signal?
Yeah.
Back in 1977. So. Mm-hmm. That right there was an outlier, like an anomalous signal that they're still talking about today. And this new signal has remnants of that old signal in the aspect that it is an anomaly, right? So now we go over here to Bloomberg.com. They also have a the same story, similar story. China says it may have detected signals from alien civilizations, right? So you see this title, and then this title, China says it may have received signals from aliens. And then again, this is the China's Sky Eye telescope. So it isn't clear why the report was apparently removed, and this is about the signal being from extraterrestrial civilizations. It was removed abruptly. It isn't clear why the report was apparently removed from the website of the Science and Technology Daily, the official newspaper of China's Science and Technology Ministry, though the news had already started trending on social network Weibo. Not sure if I'm correctly pronouncing that. And was
Weibo?
Picked up by other media outlets, including state-run ones. In September 2020, Sky Eye, which is located in China's southwestern province and has a diameter of 500 meters, was 1,640 feet, officially launched a search for extraterrestrial life, doing the same thing that SETI was doing. The team detected 2 sets of suspicious signals in 2020 while processing data collected in 2019, and found another suspicious signal in 2022 from observation of data of exoplanets. Okay, so basically this is saying the exact same thing that the other one is saying. And here's one from Insider. BusinessInsider.com. China says its giant Sky Eye telescope may have picked up signals from alien civilizations.
Interesting.
And this is just a brief. So China's science ministry said its giant telescope may have found signals from alien civilizations. It said signals were identified this year by the Sky Eye telescope, which is the world's largest. However, scientists on the program said the new signals could just be radio interference. So I think they most likely will come out and say that it's radio interference. Or if not, then this is going to remain a mystery for years to come, just like that wow signal is. And then
what's the point?
You have but you have articles that come out every now and then that re-examine that wow signal. It's like this. They're toying with you, right?
Yeah, this is a scam. That's what's confusing too. Like, when you watch documentaries and stuff, and they promise all this big stuff, and then all of a sudden it's the same thing. Yeah.
Right. So, but the thing about this to me that's interesting is they say that researchers with the Beijing Normal University found, in quotations, several cases of possible technological traces and extraterrestrial civilizations from outside Earth. Okay, it's not one case, it's several cases. So my question is, if this is correct, then what are they picking up?
You mean several cases from different places around the world that do that same type of thing? All of them are picked up signals?
No, it says the researchers at this one university found several cases of possible technological traces and extraterrestrial civilizations from outside of Earth. So they're saying that they found evidence from these signals coming in and being read by this Sky Eye telescope, radio telescope, that is saying that there's several instances where these signals are anomalous. And when I say anomalous, I mean that they're unexplainable. Like, they come from deep space and they could be extraterrestrial, coming from some of those exoplanets.
This article has a little bit more information that the other articles didn't have.
No, it has the same information. Here it is. But here it is. They put forth the speculation, right? It could be extraterrestrial. Then you see it also. The scientist says, well, the signals could also just be radio interference, right? So they don't want. They just stating what they have. We found something that was suspicious, anomalous, out of this world, but it could be extraterrestrial intelligence, right? But it could also be just radio interference. And in most of these reports, that's all you see they do. They say it could be this right here, but then at the end they say, well, it probably isn't. You see?
I mean, what's the point of writing the article then? I mean, if they're going to just...
So here you go. The possibility that the suspicious signal is some kind of radio interference is very high. This is what this guy is saying. The possibility that the suspicious signal is some kind of radio interference is also very high, and it needs to be further confirmed and ruled out. This may be a long process.
A long process. Well, we're talking about years?
Yeah. So if they found something, we may never know if they found something. So, in this telescope, as of September 2020, one of the telescope's main functions has been to search for extraterrestrial life. Beijing Normal University is working alongside scientists from University of California, Berkeley on the program. And it says, to date, those researchers have identified two sets of signals from 2019 when processing data in 2022, and one set of signals this year, Zhang told Science and Technology Daily. So, there are. I mean, so we don't know. We don't know what it is. This thing is just, telling us that they have found something anomalous. They're doing research, and it could take a long time. But most likely, it is radio interference from Earth. I've always been frustrated when they publish stuff like this, right? About extraterrestrial intelligence or about finding a signal. You already know what you're going to get into. You already know what you're going to get, right? It's not going to be anything significant, right? And you hear scientists say, well, if we found something significant, we would tell everybody. No, you wouldn't. Mm-mm. Well, you may want to tell somebody, but someone's going to step in and stop you, right?
Yeah. So isn't that just makes you not even interested in what they have to say?
This right here is just a tease, right? A tease, right? That makes you want to dream of the possibility. It's not really nothing to write home about. I wouldn't say. I mean, because when I first saw this title, I said, okay, this is fascinating. I wonder what they had. But remember, during the past 4 years, I've been seeing a lot of articles talking about alien signals and new exoplanets and possibility of signals coming from, Alpha Centauri and Proxima Centauri b, but they ended up just like this.
Do you think they're trying to start a new narrative or something?
It could. I think it could be a narrative. It could be a distraction. It could be a number of things. But this is not, as it is laid out here, it's not proof of anything. It's just
this here the work of tricksters.
Yeah.